Mother speaks.
I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon. Welcome, Libra Moon sign people, to your Great Mother Speaks full moon reading for October 2017. Whether it's full moon in Pisces from the sidereal Vedic Jyotish astrology, or you are using your Western tropical lunar sign in Aries, this is your full moon reading. Great Mother speaks to us regardless of how we are resonating with our lunar energy in our dense body mass, which basically means, of course, we're spirits having a human experience. And from this side of divinity, we do relate through planets and through houses and through constellations back to that great Mother, Father, God, Yin Yang energy that is within us all. We are indeed divine children of the great Mother, Father, God, gods and goddesses, and through the Vedic astrology, it is more astronomically accurate in terms of where the stars and planets are. So there is no earth bias with regard to Vedic astrology. It is a lunar astrology, which is why I include the link below. To find out what yours are, you will need your exact birth date to do that. You resonate with Vedic astrology. Obviously, if you were born in the Hindu culture or any Vedic culture or any culture that is a very highly sensitive, soul-oriented, intuitive type of culture or spirituality. Or you are post-Saturn return, age 28 plus. If you resonate with Western astrology, and it does between the ages of 0 and 28 years of age, or you're born in the culture of Western astrology, or you have a more egoic or earth-centered orientation toward cosmology, well, then the tropical astrology will work for you. And there's a link below to find your moon sign. Okay, Great Mother's coming through for you, Libras. And she is saying right off the bat that you are in a place of frustration. She's noting how you're feeling. Of course, our moon sign is about how we really, really, really feel, how we really, really see the world, our nature, our consciousness, where we are inside our bodies when we are aligned. That is our moon signature. And so that soul intuitive voice within us is saying, I have really been through some things and it's just not right. And of course, the scales on a lunar level really knows when stuff is out of balance, and something has been out of balance. You have already come to this conclusion, or you are dealing with something and you're already within the process of trying to bring things back to equilibrium. And Great Mother is saying that this disappointment that you're experiencing is because of an expectation that has not been fulfilled. And she's saying that with this harvest moon, this is a great blessing because you are now enlightened to the truth. And isn't that what justice is about? Isn't that what clarity about one's true purpose or nature of being is about? It's about having that clarity, and that's what Great Mother gives us. She is that part of us. Of course, we are yin yang, just like our birth, maternal and paternal parentage is in our DNA. So is Great Mother, Father, God. And she is that part of us that knows when something is not right. And that's what we're feeling right now. It's come to this illumination in this full moon period. She's saying that you are actively working to transform this, but to zero in on how to do that, Libra moon people. Realize that you're at the crossroads. This crossroads for you is a decision point, and there is going to have to be a conscious decision made, if it has not already been, about your intuition and your survival nature. That instinct and intuition, which is often confused. Let us not confuse it any further. Intuition is our soul knowing. What we know, we know, we know. the part of ourselves that takes on this physical body and is totally hip to why it incarnated with this garment. Instinct is the nature of the garment. It is that physical material apparatus, intelligent apparatus that we don in order to have a physical experience. And so it is based on survival. That is instinct. The decision point here, which is in this crescent moon phase represented by Hecate and the throat chakra, is to realize that in order for your survival needs to be met, those material needs of shelter, being fed, being clothed, all of these things that are required, proper health, you do not have to sacrifice your intuition, what you know, in order to have it. This is your transformative opportunity, because Great Mother does not want you to overlook that in this full moon harvest phase, that for you, it's imperative that you accept your feelings. Now, our feelings are very instinctually based. They are our gut reactions to things. Okay, it's just the energy that flows through us naturally when we are in a particular situation, or just our response to a thought is a feeling. Okay, actually, that's more of an emotion, how we respond to thoughts. Feelings are just that instinctual, just vibrational feeling, and she's saying accept it. Accept whatever that is about this disappointment. Okay, don't try to whitewash it or try to avoid taking responsibility for the role that you may have played in this. Because in the harvest full moon, what we're doing is we are reflecting on the previous year. We're separating the wheat from the chaff. We are releasing what no longer serves us. The spoiled fruit, the fruit that didn't fully come to bear. It's not good enough. It's not ripe enough to take into the winter months. And we are taking the best. So this ability to respond to the reality of how you feel is what is going to take you forward. And this instinctual response is very important in order to be able to articulate what it is you need intuitively. That is the throat chakra connection. So there's no judgment or condemnation about this. It's simply aligning that instinct with the intuition that is coming through for you with this full moon. If you were in the southern hemisphere, of course, you're getting ready to plant those seeds that you've carried over from the winter months. The shadow side of this issue for you Libra moon people has to do with the action that is required to move forward. So if there is still indecisiveness about how you feel, well, then take the time to actually be sure that you are following your bliss as opposed to running away from your fears. Now, this is the law of Divine Mother, because we are here to enjoy life. Now, what does that mean? There's a difference between happiness, to be happy, and to be joyful. That distinction is made with the Dagda card and the two yin symbols for Libras. Now, Libra moon people, we think in terms of that balance, that yin-yang balance. And so when we talk about the shadow coming up with the double yin, of course, that's that imbalance again about how we feel. Okay, and so there's a imbalance in terms of feeling a little bit too much, being too deep into the emotion, and there not being the clarity that needs to now emerge from that. And so the law of Divine Mother is saying the focus is, are you running away from fear? And so is this disappointment causing you to run away from further disappointment, or second guessing yourself or other people and getting caught in that morass? Or is it causing you to follow your bliss now? Is this new awareness about, hey, that didn't work out, so it taught me this. And so this is the way I'm going to pursue it now. I'm going to do it this way now. Okay, that's following bliss. And so the shadow part of the morass is what Great Mother is saying is being held in this energy of these feelings, these instinctual feelings that are not defined right now. And the equilibrium is coming because you have acknowledged this. That's what the disappointment is about. You acknowledge that there has been some form of neglect or abuse of your expectation, or abandonment of the goals that you've had. And so you are acknowledging that. And Great Mother is saying that the universal nature of you being able to reconnect and be in equilibrium is available for you as long as you stay grounded with those feelings in a way that is directed and that is courageous. So be open to that bliss and moving forward. This is not the end. This is not the end of where you're going and what you are destined to fulfill. There may be a dead end. The maze and the morass may have ended where you thought it was going to be the rainbow, but that does not mean the rainbow is not still there for you. Libra moon, it absolutely is. Continue to follow your heart, even though it seems really scary, even though it seems like it's something that you cannot do. Do what you need to do. Do you need to, do some wild dancing? Do you need to take a long walk? Do you need to energize yourself and to get that heart going? Let your heart beat again with that bliss. Allow your heart to beat again with that bliss, Libra, so that we can process those feelings and get them directed towards your bliss. This is going to come by embodying this full moon harvest season, Libra moon, your ability to self-mother. Embody self-mothering in a way that is loving, nurturing, and compassionate towards yourself. We tend to mother ourselves the way that we were mothered. So whether this is specifically your disappointment that you're coming to with regard to maternal expectations, or many times we project those expectations onto coworkers or onto maternal figures, aunts, companies that are taking care of us can be maternal figures, neighbors or friends who we come to rely on for emotional support. And we model how we have been conditioned to care for ourselves, but the consciousness with regard to this balancing of emotion and directing them towards your bliss, this full moon season, Libra moon, is about you becoming aware of blissful self-mothering. What is going to allow you to follow what's really in your heart to that rainbow in compassionate, nurturing, loving ways. This is what needs to be embodied right now for you, because you are the one who is creating how you feel in your life based on your thoughts, actions, and decisions. You are planting a new seed. Jupiter has just come out of Libra this month, and it is moving into Scorpio in the Western astrology, and it has come out of the Virgo and coming out of the Vedic, the sidereal zodiac this past year from Virgo and moving into Libra. So this is a seed planting time for you emotionally, and Great Mother is coming through to confirm that for you. In no way are you a victim, dear one. You are the creator. You are the planter of the seed. Just be consciously aware of what you're planting. No judgment or condemnation, only consequences, never pity. for the divine children of the Great Mother, Father God. Remember, Great Mother loves you, and I do too.